AG Labs, my name is Ben. Good morning, hello, welcome to the micro soldering show. And today in the morning I think I have an interesting repair for you, because another shop mailed in just a board without CPU, without NAND, but the EEPROM is included and CPU and NAND separately. So they tried to swap and it just didn't work, and they need the important data. So now the board with the components came here, and I try to fix that. So we go straightly to the on-hands camera and we just try to fix that. Here we have the NAND, we have the CPU, we have the old board, and here we got an iCloud board. So I just want to start by separating the iCloud board and preparing the iCloud board for a swap, because I don't want to use this board. It has several shorts on several lines and it was hardly overheated, and I don't want to use that. So I just get that out here, and we start by just taking off the top layer. And he looks like he came from holiday. You see, the shirt is not long enough. Oh yeah, that's pretty handy. That's pretty handy. Okay, so let's start by separating the logic board. And after separating, we prepare the top layer for a swap. And let's see if we can get that. I said to the other shop it's no warranty, because I don't know what happened before. So if they have overheated the CPU and the device doesn't work anymore at all, it's not our problem. They know for that. Normally I don't take these jobs. Normally, if somebody already was on the CPU, I don't do them jobs. But in this case, data are really important for the customer, because he has pictures of someone who died on the phone, and just some memories on it. So let's check if we can get that. We just clean the board. At first, we only need the top layer, nothing more. Oh, we only need to prepare the top layer, and it's not about full function, it's only data. So for using the touch, we need to get it to just another bottom board by using a socket, but it's not necessary to solder it back together. So, okay, let's have a look. Was ist das, Porsche? And we go to the on-hands camera, to the microscope camera. And we just Es steht unten, steht hier oben in der gelben Box hat das gestanden. Ja. Just take out the underfill. Wer zieht gar nichts? Now we take this side. And now we should be finished. Ist das jetzt schon abgeholt worden, das AT oder was? Warum holt es jetzt ab? Aber UPS hat doch heute Morgen schon gebracht, oder nicht?
Nochmal vorbeigelaufen und dann noch rein.
Hat er einen Kasten dabei gehabt? Und einen Zettel? Ja. Okay, now we take off the CPU. Now we lift off the CPU. Done. We have some heat at the board, so I just want to take off the solder directly. Just to speed up a little bit. And I need to buy some new tips. So now we just take off the solder. Why you don't have a look into the list, David? And you see it's just about cleaning very well. Alter, Alter. Kannst du mal probieren, ne? So, now we just clean up the flux one time and having a look at which places we have some solder. Here we can see one capacitor, just moved a little bit, not a problem. Okay, placed. Now just take another tip, tiny little bit of flux. Down again. Okay. Having a close look for all the edges and all the areas. That all is nice. And so we can start to clean by just using some hot air. So we finished already the CPU area, and then we can go to the other side, taking out the NAND, preparing that. Then we copy the EEPROM data for the logic ROM because that's necessary for the data rescue job. And even for the function, but it's not about function here. But without the matching EEPROM, the device won't work anymore at all on the iPhone X. Here we see that two resistors are missing. So we have to replace, but that shouldn't be a problem. This is only NC. So all is good. And that's pretty okay. Now we just take a little bit of flux again, just to clean the area for last time. And before, I just want to use some solder here. To tin the pads. Okay. After tinning them pads, we just use some wick. And go through all the areas. turn the board. Other area. Now clean. You can see a loose NC pad, that's pretty okay. Now let's check that all the pads are flat. And remove the glue here. And this looks clean now, I think. Good. Clean the board one time. And as you can see, it looks really good. Let's take the other board. See, we need some resistors here, which has been gone, only 2 and 1 capacitor, and the rest looks really good. One capacitor and 2 resistors. Okay, I just get some flux already here and here. Oh, these tweezers are broken. What about that one? Here. Done. Next one. Okay. Capacitor. Great, looks good. just a little cleaning. And we are ready prepared after cleaning the board with the wipe. Done. Looks good, I think. So this looks good. This looks pretty good. Value is okay for the board. And now we can just taking off the NAND. Drucker laufen noch, Andi? Ohne Probleme? Okay. Was musst du da machen, David? Was machen? Habt ihr keins mehr da gehabt, oder was? Und wo hast du die jetzt her? Ha? Nee, weil du gesagt hast, hast du mir eins besorgt. Okay. Now we just take off the NAND. Oh! Whoa! Wow! Wespe! I want to kill you by using the hot air. What the fuck? Ja, ich weiß. Ah. Nee.
Mach dann mal eine Lizenz für wenn ich umsehe.
Whoa. Whoa, this really was hard. Did you see the mosquito who wanted to hit me? Oh. Okay. So we just take off the NAND now. After the mosquito. Oh, mosquito's here again. I hate these fucking mosquitoes. Andi? It's pretty hard if you can't do your work because you are attacked by a mosquito. So now I will fuck it completely here. Oh, fuck. It's too high. Yes, I got it. Yeah, I got the mosquito. Okay, so we can go on. I just used my Hecko tool in front of the window. Boom, and it was dead.
I was afraid for a moment you would break glass.
No, I didn't break the glass. I'm not a glass breaker. I repair glass.
You repair glass.
No. Okay, done. NAND is out. Good. Now we clean the board. It's hard to do a job where you don't know if it will work, because I don't know what about the CPU, and I don't want to measure all the lines on the CPU. It takes more time. In one of my last videos you saw it, as I measured the CPU, which was internally shorted at one line, and I just covered some areas to get a boot. But this here is a different case. Somebody already took out the CPU with hot air, and he cleaned the CPU and he soldered it down to another board, and it just didn't work. And after that they mailed in. Zehner. Sag, die nächste Pizza geht aufs Haus, fertig. And you see I always clean the glue and take off the solder mostly almost in one step. Then I use a brush just to clean the flux. Then we just clean the rest of the glue by using the hot air. Okay, looks good. One little loose capacitor here, but we could solve that, or we should solve by just using solder iron. Done. Oh, give me my mouse here. And here it's only one capacitor at 0v9 NAND, a little one, but for only getting the data it's not possible to replace that now. It's only data job. And I think for that it's okay and it looks good. So now we check the value for the board again. And if the value is good, I just reball the CPU and the NAND, copy the EEPROM data, and we should have path to the data. So value is okay, 12 milliamps without NAND and without CPU on the iPhone XS, that's pretty fine. Now we just copy the data with the module for the iPhone XS. So do it like that. Then we take the original board. I hope it's the original one, and I hope they copied, or if it's a swap board, they copied the data or sit it down the RAM. So it's readable, so that's pretty fine. Read complete. And burn. Write complete. That's pretty okay. Now we unbind Wi-Fi by using the P8 module. Take the CPU, unbind Wi-Fi, unbind Wi-Fi, success. Great. And we go on to the microscope camera. Always using some fresh solder paste. Pretty okay. To clean the CPU. Okay, how does it look like? Let's see. Okay, here we have one pad with solder mask. So I think we should have enough solder paste at the stencil. And we need hot air. Done. Waiting a short time for cooling down. After that, take a wipe and clean. Okay, here is one ground pad which has solder mask on. That's pretty okay. And we need to clean CPU. Having a look how it looks like, and it looks good, I think. Okay, you see? All the area is good. Just a little bit flux. Done. Looks pretty okay. So I haven't worked by myself on the CPU on this before, so cleaning work was not mine. I only took off the old solder by using the wick. And now we get some paste into the stencil for the NAND storage, the NAND chip. Okay, like that. That's okay. Getting in some flux here. And we can start by soldering down the components to the board. Come on. Going down. Going down like that. This one. Now we solder down the NAND. Pretty okay, just some hot air to the capacitor here because it was a little loose. And we are done, waiting a short time for cooling down, and then we just sit down the CPU. Okay, I just want to clean one last time here. Okay, that's good. And we can sit down the main CPU. Just a little picture before we solder it down. And for the people who are asking why you do pictures, it's for Instagram, social media. Okay. Now we control that we have no dirt. That's pretty okay. No dirt. Having a look for the right placement. That's right. Here we have some solder ball. We need to take it off later. Or we can take it off now. It's not a problem here. Come on. Okay. And now just getting down the main CPU. Place it. And after placement you can solder down. See the flux melting. And as soon as we see that, we know that all is fine. Done. A12. Soldered down to the board, waiting a short time. For cooling down. And then we can have a look how about the value on power supply, and after that we can see we have a boot or not. I think we should have a boot, but let us hope that we have the important data. You can see that these boards are really tight, it's flat here at this area too. That area is fine too. Okay, let's cool it down for a short time. Then we check the value. Yeah, value is okay. For me it looks like restore recovery mode, things like that, which has nothing to do with our work because the phone looks like it boots again. Let's see. We connect a test screen. Oh, I should give you to the on-hands camera. And can we see something on the screen? No, but this can be a mode like, okay, we do it like that. let's give me a second. We need an XS. Do we have the housing of the phone? Yes, we have. Okay. So here we have the housing. Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we have the housing of the phone. We put it like that. We put it like that. And we need to take a battery out of an iPhone 8. That's pretty okay. But why? Why don't you want to sit down here, baby? Okay, sit down here. Do it like that. And we take cable. Waiting a short time. And we have a device I showed to you. We have a... How can you see it? Can you see it like here? Okay, can you see that? So we go to Go Flash and we say retain user data flash. Okay? So let's check if we can see something on the screen, because this is not related to us. Sending the RAM disk. I think the screen could be bad. Restoring. Okay, I showed that to you. Here. Can you see? Updating S3E firmware. And I will take another screen in a second. Sending no data. So I think this looks pretty good. We just need to have a look for the image of the screen. Perhaps it's just not well connected, or we have some dirt at the connector, or the screen doesn't work at all. So sending no data. This looks pretty good. And we wait. We wait. Do we have a screen with this phone? Yes, we have. Okay. This looks pretty good, really. So I think we have solved the problem, and I think this could be a bad screen. Okay, what about this screen here? Yeah, let us check later. Later, after doing that update. So if we can do the update without any error, we have the important data of the phone. Always remember that. Oh, that's really important here. So, but here in this case, I just want to show you an Apple. Can I break the update? Can I stop it? Yeah, we can stop that. Let's check. I just want to show you that we have something on the screen. And after that, I can do my update without any problems. Why I don't have an image here? Because I'm stucking at the restore mode. It's okay, but I think I don't have an image. So screen was good, but no image here. Let us just check if we have something at the connector. Is the connector rightly connected or is it not? Okay, we just clean that. Well, we have a wipe here. Looking for some connected pads here. No, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good too. Okay, let's clean completely here one time again. And that. So, and now just one test again here. One test again here. Okay. Looks like mode and looks like should work now. So we just do it like, or we can place that here. Place that here. Then we need a battery. Then we need an original screen. Then we need, I have to switch to the on-hands camera, I think. So, and now we do it like that. We do it with the ID view and place that here and having a look if something happens then. Okay, we see an apple. That's pretty amazing. We see an apple. And okay, we are fine again. So let's check. Now we have a looping problem, but I think that's related okay, I will solve that, not a problem. Controlling that. What do we see here? That's pretty okay. So we go to the microscope again. We go to the microscope again, and just for checking that we have no, or before we do that, we just want to check that we have no bad charging port. No bad charging port. No bad charging port. Connecting the screen. It's just a little bit of troubleshooting now. And we do it like that again. Okay. And you see, this could be caused by a bad charging port. So, what about the iDevice now? Go flash. We have the image again, that's one pretty good thing. Go flash, retain, flash. And the only thing I want to show you, or what I want to prove with you, do we have an image? Yes, boom, we have. Sending the RAM disk, 16%. Sending the kernel, restoring. And now we are switching to 20%, about to restore the device. Updating the S3E firmware. Updating the S3E firmware. And waiting for the right moment. Checking file system, 20%. And as soon as the bar begins to start, I think we can end up the video, because this takes a lot of time then, and it makes no difference if it finishes or not, or if we can get the data or not. For sure, for me, best way is to get the data, but I don't know what it is before, so perhaps we have an error 14 or things like that, but I think this should work. Checking the file system, this looks good, and the bar will run in a second. I can see it here again, the bar under the apple. So boom, back to life again. After somebody tried to swap the board, it didn't want to work in the right way, so we had to do a lot of troubleshooting and to swap the EEPROM data, the NAND and the CPU to another board. First we had no image. I'm honest, I don't know why. I just cleaned the connector up a little bit. I took another housing and got the ID view on it, and I saw an image, and now I just can, here the bar begins to run, so I just can update the system and getting the data for the customer. I hope you liked the video. I think 59 minutes is a long time. I hope you like it. Give me a thumbs up. I would be happy if you would subscribe the channel, because that's really important. That's I do a lot of work here just for show you things, and for me it's the biggest thing of respect just if you subscribe the channel and share my content. I would be happy to see you at our Facebook group, Smartphone Repair Group Germany, but please answer the questions, otherwise we can't accept you. And yeah, you should buy an ICC Pro. I think you can go to unionrepair.com, to mobilecentrics.com, to iccpro.de. We have an English version now too. You can easily just check out within 2 clicks. That's really amazing. So get an ICC Pro. I'm out, and we see us with the next video. Boom, back to life again. Here's Ben.